How are you lads? How are things? I'd say we're coming out to the tail end of this pandemic business. We are indeed. Well, today now we're going to look at giving you another few hints and tips on... Hang on a minute there, lads. Have you them CVs done, have you? Listen here, you're not going to be mooching around this house for the summer. You better get them CVs and hand them out around to the shops. Bring them down and have a look at them. Go on, get up and get them then, go on. Right lads, we might leave the housework stuff for a while and we'll have a look at the old CVs because you'll be going off now, heading off, looking for jobs for the summer, and it would be handy now if you had a few tips on how to do the CVs properly. Okay, we'll do that. Right, have you done? Give it to me.
What? It's your...
Right lads, look, rule number 1. When you're doing up a CV, you're practically an adult, okay? You're not a child making up the CV. So, do it on ordinary paper, lads. Not, what's this? Glittery paper. Where do you think you're at, like?
You have a resume? It's pink.
And it's scented. I think it gives it a little something extra.
Okay, number 2. 2 pages is enough in your CV. Is it a book or something you're writing? Should they be gone to sleep by the time they get to the end of it? 2 pages is enough.
Kevin? Oh, I know!
Right. Here you say that one of your strengths is your attention to detail. And yet, under hobbies, you have train spitting. I presume you meant train spotting. Lads, look. After you do the CV, you have to go through it and check it for spelling mistakes. Like when you say you have a great attention to detail, you have to have a great attention to detail.
Okay, stop going on about it, will you?
Let's move on to the hobbies, right? Okay, according to your CV anyway, you like train spitting. Lads, when you put down the hobbies, make sure that you put down stuff that you can actually talk about and that you are actually interested in. I mean, really, bullfighting. The only time you've ever fought a bull, lad, was when you broke into Jim Dwyer's farm and tried to rob them few eggs. Don't be putting that stuff down if you've never done it. Jeepers. And socialising. Socialising is not a hobby, lads. They'll think that you're out drinking morning, noon and night. So if you're going to say socialising, as in meaning that you're hanging around your friends, just so say that. Just say, I like hanging out with my friends, we go for a walk, we go to the cinema, we might go for something to eat. Oh, it's the truth. Sure, and lads, if you're going to say reading is one of your hobbies, make sure you have a couple of books lined up, because more than likely they're going to say, oh, and what book did you read last? What book did you read last? Yeah, I was thinking, sorry, right lads, the personal details. Okay, look, what is your name, your address, your date of birth, maybe if you have a licence, if you're driving a car, whatever, and an email address. Now, the email address, lads, please give a professional email address, like your name or your name with a number or whatever. bestbeerdrinker97@yahoo.co.uk just won't cut it. Right lads, so we'll just go through the top tips, right? So, 2 pages, that's all you need. Be honest. Have the 2 pages on just white, plain paper, no glitter.
Oh, I know!
With your hobbies. Use hobbies that you actually are interested in, right? No bullfighting, no samurai sword collecting, nothing like that. When you're saying that you're socialising, don't actually use the word socialising, just say you're hanging out with your friends. If you're saying that you have excellent attention to detail, do then, and check over the CV. You should check over the CV anyway and make sure that you have no spelling mistakes. Make sure that you give all the personal details that you need, and most importantly, that you give a professional email address and your proper phone number so that they can contact you if they're going to offer you an interview or whatever, okay? Now lads, if you need any help with your CVs, you know you can call into the youth service. I know the place is on lockdown at the moment, but you can contact them on the old Facebook page, the old Instagram. Sure, Pauline has a phone, and you could text her as well and she'll help you out. And what we'll do now is at the end of this clip, we'll put up all them details for you, so don't be stuck. And lads, we'll go back to making the bed the next time, right? Good luck and thanks, and mind yourselves and wash the hands.